So, David, Citigroup, along with some of the other big bank stocks, has seen a nice run so far here in 2013. We are going to face off here, bull bear. You start with the bull case.
I'm starting with the bull. I've been bullish for a while. I think back in February I said that I think Citigroup can really take the title of most hated bank that's going to do well. For so long it was Bank of America. We saw that stock double in 2012, but Citigroup's off to a great start this year. It's up 28% this year. And if we look back over from 1 year from today, basically, Citigroup is up 82%, Bank of America is up 83%. So while Bank of America grabs a lot of the headlines, Citigroup has been there too. And I think this is a case where going forward, there's still a lot of positives for this company. They're still cleaning up the balance sheet. Michael Corbett's he's in there. He said, we're going to take our time. We're going to get it done. So I think going forward, I think I am still bullish on the company. In terms of where I stand today, I think this might be a position where I might want to scale into a position. It's had this huge run up. I'm not necessarily gung-ho. I'm going to put all my money in it today. This is one that I like, so I might want to scale in.
Okay.
What do you think?
I've heard enough from you. Now, I'm actually putting on my bear hat here. I'm on balance more positive on Citigroup than I am negative, but I'm going to put on my bear hat here, and I'm going to say first and foremost, I look back to Citigroup prior to the financial crisis. I look back to all the banks prior to the financial crisis, and I think to myself, where were they then? So Bank of America, for example, I mean, I look at that as it was a good solid bank, and then it took on some exposures that it shouldn't have taken on, mainly countrywide, but also Merrill Lynch to a lesser extent in terms of the securities that they inherited that caused big losses. So I can look forward to a Bank of America that's kind of gotten itself back to where it was prior to the crisis. With Citigroup, I look at Citigroup prior to the crisis, and I'm not really sure that they had that identity, that they had that cohesiveness that a Bank of America did. So you had the losses, you had the trouble that Citigroup went through during the financial crisis, and now coming out of the other side, it faces the cleanup, but it also faces that sort of identity-finding process. And at the same time, you've got brand new leadership here. Granted, Corbett seems to have a good head on his shoulders, and Michael O'Neill, who's the chairman who brought in Corbett, I really like him. He's a good, solid banker. But at the same time, I think there are a lot of question marks at Citigroup, and I don't think it's kind of I'm not going to say Bank of America is a slam dunk case, but I have a little bit more confidence in what I see as the core operations at that bank.
Right, I hear what you're saying, but I think investors need to be wary of looking back to those times where someone else was running the bank. I mean, they've cleaned house at a lot of these banks. At Bank of America, Moynihan's in there. He's a little bit boring, and that's been a good thing for the stock.
That is a good thing.
People have liked that. And Citigroup, they had other leaders in there. Now they have Corbett in there. He was there not in the CEO role. He's been with Citigroup for a while, but he's definitely that kind of boring leader. I mean, you don't see him too much on CNBC. He's not in the press very much. I think he's what they need. He's a boring guy who's going to clean up the balance sheet and move it forward. So I'm not taking that stance.
All right, well, we'll end it there. I will grudgingly give you the win on that one. And like I said, I started out a little bit positive. So let's move on from there.